I had a day off work a couple of weeks ago and I wanted to go out and shoot some film. I had some errands I wanted to run in Erin, Ontario, which was about an hour away from where I live right now. And I also had to go to downtown Camera to pick up some film and also drop off some film. So there was a couple of things that I had to do, but along the way I wanted to shoot some film. With me, I had Portra 400, which expired in 2021, Portra 800, which also expired in 2021, Fuji NPC 160, which expired in 2012, GP3 100, which also expired in 2012, as well as Lomo 400, which expired in 2012. All of these film stocks I was able to get from people on Facebook Marketplace. I'd never shot with them before. I didn't know what results I was going to be getting, and it was just fun to see what these could come out. So join me in this video and we can see what results I was able to get from all these film stocks. In terms of the expiry dates, I'm going to be shooting the Portras at box speed, so P400 at P400, P800 at 800, and for the other film stocks, I'm going to be dropping them a stop for every 10 years, so 2012 to 2022. I'm just going to be dropping them one stop and maybe half a stop extra just so I could get better results. On this day, the sun was supposed to be out in full force, which is great for shooting film, but the weather was really cold. It was like -15, feeling like -25. In Canada, once you leave the city area, as you get out towards the smaller towns, there's a lot of open space. And I knew as I was going to this particular town, I was going to see a lot of open space and get a lot of good results. So I loaded up the Portra 400 first to see what results I'll be able to get in this beautiful sunlight with the snow, with the trees. As I got to this first spot, I really wanted to jump over the fence and get closer to get the shot, but it said no trespassing. There was a couple of things in the way and I didn't want to slip and walk all the way into the ice there, so I decided to take a shot from a little further away than I really wanted to, and the shot actually came out looking nice. For this other shot that I got right here, I almost fell into a ditch. My car got stuck in that ditch for like a couple of seconds, but I got out, walked up to this, and I got a shot with the wind blowing, everything blowing in my face. I looked to the other side of the street, walked across because there was no car coming, and I did get a beautiful shot that I really liked. This was one of my favorite shots that I got on this thing. The second film stock that I loaded in was the GP3 100, which I was going to be shooting at 50 ISO. And with the sunshine, everything was going to, in my mind, everything was going to look right. And the thing with this film stock that I don't really like is that sometimes the backing paper shines through on the film stock, and even with the newer film stocks, you do tend to have this problem, especially now that I have expired film. It was definitely going to give me an interesting look, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to get from this film stock. And as you can see with the pictures I was able to get, it wasn't necessarily the best looking film stock. It's definitely interesting. It's different than other things that I've shot in the past, but I don't know. I have about 15 rolls left of this film stock. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I don't know if I'm going to shoot all of them, but I have them, and this one is not what I thought was going to be. I have gotten better results from GP3 100 in the past, but this one wasn't it. And for this shot, I had GP3 100 in here. This guy he saw me with my camera because I was in my car taking a photo and a video. He saw me in my car. He's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "Taking a picture. What does it look like I'm doing?" I hate when people come at you and be like, "What are you doing?" You see me clearly with a camera. You see me clearly with a phone, with a video, taking a video. It's like, what else does it look like I'm doing? I know it's like you don't want people taking pictures of your things, but it's like you see what I'm doing. It's like you asking me that question is not going to change the fact that I'm going to take a picture right here, you know? On the way to downtown Toronto, I didn't really want to stop at any more stops on the way. There wasn't really anything that piqued my interest. And once I got downtown, I had a couple of hours to kill, and for me, I really wanted to come down and shoot photos in a certain area, but because it was really cold, I couldn't come down and walk around, so I had to drive around and get some shots in the area that I was in. And this was, if you know Toronto, in the Ossington and Queen area. So there's this project I've been working on for a very long time about graffiti here in Toronto, and more details are going to be coming out about that project really soon. But I decided to load some NC 160 in my camera, shooting it at 80 ISO, 100 ISO, just so I can get better results out of it. And this is the first time I'm shooting this film stock. I got 2 boxes that I'm going to be making a video about later on. I got 2 boxes of this film stock that I really like. Let me know what you think about these NC 160 photos. For me, they came out looking really good, really sharp, and I'm excited to see what I can do with them later on when I'm shooting with this film stock. After the NC 160, I loaded up some Lomo 400. I've literally never shot Lomo in 120 before, and that's because Lomo is never available where I live here in Toronto, Canada. It's literally never available. So I was able to get 3 rolls of Lomo 400 and 2 rolls of Lomo 800, both expired in 2012, and this is the first time I'm shooting with it. This was basically my test roll, so I took it out with me to different areas within the city to get some shots. And I'm I haven't shot this before. I don't know what it's supposed to look like. These photos came out looking really purple in the shadow, so I'm assuming this is due to the fact that it's expired film. But again, I don't know exactly what it's supposed to look like, fresh and brand new. So this is something that I'm exploring right now. At this point in my film photography career, I've sort of gotten used to shooting photos and videos at stop signs, at red lights, whenever I get a chance to, because here in Toronto, when the sun is shining, when I'm at a red light, when I'm stopped, I always see a picture on both sides of the street. So I've always ended up taking pictures whenever I feel like it. And the Portra 800 was the last roll that I had that I wanted to load into the camera. And yeah, after I finished shooting off the Portra 800, I went off to the camera store, dropped off my film stocks, picked up my film, and I enjoyed the sunset on the way home. In conclusion, when it came to shooting with these expired films, everything came out. I didn't have any blank shots. I didn't have any underexposed shots. Everything came out the way I expected it to come out to in terms of exposure. But in terms of the looks of the film stocks, the portraits came out looking the way they were supposed to, even though they were just 2 years expired. Portra 400 came out looking like Portra 400. I shot it at 400. Portra 800 came out looking like 800. I shot it at 800. With the GP3 100, I don't know about this film stock, man. I have shot a couple of them in the past that have come out looking nicer, but this one just came out looking just weird. I don't know what to do with the rest that I have of this film stocks, but I'm not really excited to shoot more of it in the future. With the NC 160, this is the first film stock that I've shot with it. I'm really excited to see what other results I can get from the other 9 rolls that I have of this. Came out looking really sharp, came out looking really crisp, even though it expired in 2012. The guy that I got this from said it's been stored in the freezer the entire time. So even if I'm shooting it on 160, I should get good results, even though it's like 10 years expired. With the Lomo, as I said previously, I don't know what to expect with it because I haven't shot it before. But for me, I'm excited with the results I was able to get with the Lomo 400. I shot it at 200. The shadows are looking a bit purple, a little bit bluish, but they did come out looking really nice. I love the results I was able to get. I love the look that came out with the Lomo 400. So I'm excited to shoot the remaining film stocks that I have for this. And yeah, let me know what you think about all of these film stocks. If you want to check out the pictures, I'm gonna put all of them on my blog, FilmStockReel.com. Make sure you check out the description below right under the like button. That brings me to the end of this video. If this video has brought you any value, please make sure you do the things, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, as it goes a long way to making sure I produce more content like this. Until next time, make sure you stay safe, make sure you shoot film, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.